Hey guys! So weekends are usually one-off ceramics work day for me, but today is going to be a short work day because I'm going on a date afterward. Before I get to the studio and get some work done, I want to show you guys some of the designs I've been working on for print products. I actually used to work on digital art, especially digital pet portrait, and on an art print you can see a lot more details. But these days the products I sell the most are 2x2 or 3x3 stickers and magnets, so you can't see too many details. I've been working to simplify my design to make them cleaner on smaller print products. This is one of my early designs, and this is Benji curling up into a circle. A lot of you guys have these designs as stickers, magnets, or ceramic cake plates. I've been working on newer designs as well, and they are coming. This is one of the newer designs. In terms of details, I think it is a sweet spot for me. And then this one is Sammy in a pool float. It is based on this 3D design that I created a while ago. And this is his very chubby butt. I had plans to paint and seal this and make it into like a prototype keyring or charm. But I haven't had time to get around to do that yet, so maybe something in the future. Let's drop off some August pre-orders at UPS before heading to the studio. Usually, getting to the studio would be a 10 minutes walk uphill for me, but if I carry a heavy bag with tools or glaze or pieces to give away, then I will take a train instead. Late summer in San Francisco has been so sunny and warm. I feel like everywhere else in the country we're hearing about fall, autumn trends, but this is the real summer in San Francisco and it's my favorite time of the year. This is a colorway that I've been testing, and on a tiny vase it came out beautiful, but when I apply it to everything else it's very prone to crawling because the combination was way too thick. Which is a shame. I suppose I could fix the aesthetic flaws by dabbing extra glaze on the bald spots and refire. This swirly Unami would be a good candidate for that because there's enough clearance there for the glaze to run a little bit more in the refiring. This pear cup is almost perfect. And these should be the last of my cake plates. This looks like an ashtray, but it's actually the saucer for my planter. The planter was actually done firing a few weeks ago, so now I can bring the saucer home and reunite the two parts. By the way, this is my favorite sponge from Mud Tools. I had thrown hundreds of pots before my first sponge fell apart. When I was looking for a replacement, it was briefly out of stock, and it was available via resellers for $20 a sponge. Crazy! I couldn't bear to pay that much for a sponge, so I bought a pack of 3 copycats on Amazon, and the copycat sponges fell apart instantly. A step I always take to finish my pieces, whether I sell them or keep them for myself, is wet sanding. Different studio has different rules when it comes to sanding. For our studio, we are allowed to wet sand but not dry sand. To speed up the process on the pottery wheel, I use a wet chamois cloth to attach the diamond sanding discs to it. I center the diamond sanding disc the best I can and then get to sanding. And what you want to see is this cream or paste. I also keep the disc constantly wet by squeezing water from my sponge onto it. The result is smooth bottoms and my pieces sit nicely on flat surfaces without ever wobbling. There's not a lot of time left before I gotta get ready for my date, so I'm just going to prepare my bisqueware to glaze them another day. If you've seen my shorts about the sake cups with glaze blistering, I'm actually using them for semi-hydroponic. They are great for putting a little bit of cutting there with water and leca, which leca is a growing medium that holds water much like bisqueware. But these are actually tiny planters inspired by these sake cups so that I can grow the cutting long term in a bonsai soil medium. Waxing the bottom of the pots is pretty straightforward. Basically, we want to resist glaze on the bottom of the pot because that's where it touches the kiln shelf, and we don't want the melting glaze to attach the pot to the shelf permanently. I usually stamp my maker's mark to the bottom of the pot, but these planters have a drainage hole where the maker's mark would usually be, so I have to move my maker's mark over here instead, and I'm also applying wax to that tiny square of a maker's mark as well. On Sunday, we're going to the Mission for a Vietnamese coffee pop-up. I could even see the line from across the street. No is the Vietnamese word for the color brown. Discovering no is just a complete coincidence. I came across a real Instagram advertising the pop-up, and the video was very creative. It was two friends enjoying coffee in the middle of the street of San Francisco. If you know a little bit about the coffee culture in Vietnam, it's big. People enjoy coffee at all hours of the day, and little stools on the streets and little coffee shops and breakfast stalls with colorful stools all over the sidewalk is a very common sight in Vietnam. And being Vietnamese myself, I really appreciate the creativity, the homage, and the inspiration that the team was clearly drawing from here. When I shared the video on my Instagram, the founder thanked me for spreading the word and invited me to the pop-up. So here I am, getting my egg coffee fix. Egg coffee is creamy, sweet, and basically a dessert. If you would like to check out Vietnamese coffee or try egg coffee for yourself, check them out on Instagram and stay tuned for their upcoming pop-ups around the city. It's you. This is you, Sammy.